Hey all, welcome to my first Attorney's Corner. That's kind of what I'm calling these short little videos that hopefully will allow me to take a few minutes each week to connect what we're learning in the textbook to situations that I've actually encountered as a practicing attorney. So I hope these videos will help you see that business law isn't just something that you study for a quiz or a test. It's something that affects businesses and organizations every single day. So I currently serve as the Deputy City Attorney for the City of San Angelo. One thing that people are often surprised to learn is that I actually don't spend a lot of time in the courtroom. A lot of my job involves helping people solve legal problems before they become lawsuits. Now, I have plenty of trials under my belt. Previous to becoming a city attorney, I did a lot of litigation, a lot of personal injury type things, and still as a city attorney, occasionally I will back up our city prosecutor and I'll find myself in municipal court handling Class C misdemeanor criminal type cases. So, but for the most part, I don't see the courtroom a whole lot, but it is a necessary skill as a lawyer. So, for example, I recently worked on some legal agreements related to a big economic development project. So, businesses who are looking to invest in a community, they often enter into these agreements with local governments, the city, and part of my job is to review those agreements, oftentimes draft them, identify any potential legal issues that I see, and make sure that all the documents accurately reflect what everybody intends. The goal in those situations isn't to win necessarily, it's to make sure that the agreement is clear, that it's legally enforceable, and that it's protecting my client's interest. And my client in this case is the city. I also am the attorney, I'm the city attorney, but I also am the attorney for the City of San Angelo Economic Development Corporation. My role in that is slightly different but very similar. So sometimes my client is the city directly, and sometimes it's the City Development Corporation. And my point with this is that what I do in terms of not seeing the courtroom a whole lot and working with clients and making sure agreements are accurate, that's actually what a lot of attorneys do every single day. We review contracts, we answer legal questions, we advise decision makers. In this case, it might be the Economic Development Board or City Council, things like that. And we help people avoid legal problems before they happen. We're problem solvers. That's what we do. So this week, we're studying the foundations of business law, where laws come from, the ethics of law, the criminal law, torts, constitutional law, administrative law, things like that. Those can all sound like really different topics, but they really provide a good framework for pretty much every legal issue I encounter in practice. And I touch a lot of different legal issues being a city attorney, as you can imagine. So understanding those foundations makes it easier to understand contracts, which we'll be doing next week, business organizations, employment law, and everything else we're going to cover in the course. So whether you want to be a lawyer, an accountant, an engineer, entrepreneur maybe a doctor, I don't know, teacher, manager, whatever, I hope this course can help you recognize legal issues before they become problems. And even if you don't want to be a lawyer, maybe it'll at least raise up a red flag and you'll know I should be talking to a lawyer about this or get an attorney's advice. And that's one of the most valuable skills you can develop in business is spotting problems before they become a problem. So that's just a little bit about me and what I do and kind of how this course is going to go. These Attorney's Corner videos, I'm calling them, are a little bit new. I'm going to see how they go. I'm hoping it takes what you're learning in the textbook, helps apply it to real life, and makes it a little more practical and interesting. Lastly, as you can tell from the blanket behind me, I am a Red Raider. That is where I did my undergrad. I went to law school at St. Mary's University down in San Antonio. And I am a mom to a daughter, and I'm married to a firefighter. So those are just some personal details since I've asked you all to do the same in your discussion. That's a little bit about me. So we'll get to know each other a little more over the next few weeks. I'm excited to have y'all in my class, and as always, reach out if you have any questions.